Hi guys, Ancient Warrior. Welcome back to Prepping and Free America. If you like what you hear here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be the first kid on your block to know what craziness I'm talking about next, hit the bell icon with all. And leave comments, folks. I will answer ASAP. And as I told you a week or so ago, pardon me, never fails, something gets on my glasses as I start talking. As I warned you that till school starts, things are going to be a little sporadic. Okay, let's get down to today's subject. Seems to be a subject that's being passed around a lot on YouTube. And that has been the PSAs from New York Emergency Management that was done 2 weeks ago. The PSA that was done 2 weeks ago on the nuclear attack from the New York Emergency Management. Let's look at a timeline as to what's been going on. After that, Nancy Pelosi announced a trip to Asia, which Taiwan was going to be one of the stops. Chinese went ballistic. And they've threatened to do anything they have to, including shooting down Nancy Pelosi's plane. I was listening to Pinball today, and he was right. Starting to sound like 1913, just before the World War I. Archduke Ferdinand. Because I'll guarantee you, they shoot down one of our commercial flights or a government flight, the war's on. And it won't be a cold war. It'll be a hot one. Don't like to think about that because, I don't have to worry about it because I'm 71 years old. I am not going to get drafted. They're going to take the blind and the infirm probably before they take me. And they wouldn't have to draft me anyway. I'd walk in willingly with all my toys in tow. Then, Joe Biden is announced to having COVID. He's out of pocket for a week. While he's in his bunker for COVID, he has I believe it's a 4-hour long talk with Xi, which Xi just all but threatened him, telling him those who play with fire generally get burned. And a lot of people have taken that to mean, if you mess with us, we're going to do whatever we have to burn you. Some have even taken that as a warning against Joe Biden's life. I don't know, guys. We live in very, very crazy times. But I do want you to think about this. Si vis pacem para bellum. I'll come back to that later. Guys, after Joe Biden got that, and the Chinese now have said they will shoot down her flight, or do whatever they have to, including shooting her flight down. What's New York Emergency Management do? Last week, they come out and says every person in your household needs to have a go bag. What? Every person in the house needs to have a what? A go bag. Now, the term go bag kind of got my attention because that's generally used by military, law enforcement, first responders, you know, guys who have to keep a bag ready to go at all times. Preppers generally call them bug out bags, get home bags, inch bags. That got my attention. Something else rattled through my little pea brain last night while I was at work. Today's the first day of August. #01 August 22. We're 30 days away from National Preparedness Month. Didn't anybody in the New York Emergency Management think about this and say we can warn the people in September unless they know something we don't? Now, guys, like I said, we live in harrowing times. Jason over at Angry Prepper said that they've had sniffer helicopters flying around Manhattan and Staten Island. Where they need the sniffer helicopters on the southern border. Flying over that and see how much nuclear stuff's coming across our southern border. I'm here to tell you, si vis pacem para bellum. Now, I've got a few of you wondering, what does that mean? A few of you might know the Latin term. Si vis pacem para bellum was thought to be the motto of the Roman legions. And it, loosely translated, so it means, if you want peace, prepare for war. Something the Democrats don't know anything about. Preparing for war. If you're a prepper, you need to prepare your family, your house, your car for the possibility of what the Ukrainians are dealing with. I live in Texas, folks. I'm 700 miles, 450 from the Mexican border. Folks, they can still launch an attack on us up here, which would be a very bad thing for us and you. See, we have a little facility out, about 22 miles from where I'm sitting, east of me, called Pantex. They disassemble nuclear warheads and store the parts. Guys, when I tell you, when you leave the house to carry a weapon of some kind, if all you can carry that day is a bad attitude and a small stick, do it. But you really need to be carrying your weapons. One of the ladies at work the other night looked in the back seat of my little truck and she said, "Why have you got your rifle with you?" And I looked back there and I said, "My rifle's not back there." And what she had seen was two bags that were butted up together, and it looked like a rifle bag. And she informed me that her husband, wherever he goes, has his sidearm and his AR. Might be a good idea till things calm down. I don't like leaving firearms unattended in the car. Cars are easily broken into. Folks, I started out as a conspiracy theorist. And the bad part was 99.5% of my conspiracies that I was talking about back in the 90s and 80s and 90s and early 2000s have started coming to pass. Folks, what I'm telling you to do today is get your gear together, get your family together, and also get your family. Remember, loose lips sink ships. The old World War II poster. Tell your family, tell your kids, your young ones, don't tell anybody what we've got at home. It's nobody's business. It's a secret. And if you got kids like mine, the minute you tell them that you're telling them a secret and they can't tell anybody else, they generally run out and tell everybody they could. So I'd give them some really weird information. My oldest boy one day looked at me and he says, "You're playing with us." Yep. Guys, get prepared. Keep a go bag. If you live in a major city anywhere, I don't care if you live in Houston, LA, Boston, Chicago, Omaha, Denver, Salt Lake. Doesn't matter. Have a go bag ready to go. Have your weapons with you. Be prepared to defend yourself. I think the New York Emergency Management knows more, and they're just messing around telling us what little bits and pieces. With that being said, I'm the Ancient Warrior. And it's better to have this stuff and not need it than need it and not have it. Be blessed. Have a good day. And I hope this month's a little quieter than last month for us all. And for us around here, the countdown's on. School starts in 15 more days. Be blessed.